Imagine waiting almost a decade for a mystery to pay off. It's actually been over a decade, only to realize the answer may have been quietly assembling itself behind the scenes while everyone argued over the power scaling. That's basically the Boruto fandom right now, except instead of a detective solving the murder, it's Amado casually treating the apocalypse like it's another Tuesday afternoon. Somewhere, Deadpool is looking at Kawaki saying, "Buddy, therapy was cheaper." And after the newest chapter, it suddenly feels like the moment where Kawaki seemingly destroys Konoha isn't getting further away. Instead, we are getting closer and closer to it. Join me in today's newest Naruto Explained video where your OBC, your original Boruto chief, takes a look at why that flash forward sequence of Boruto versus Kawaki just got more interesting after the development of this last chapter, with Momoshiki hijacking Boruto in another timeline and Amado potentially having 10 Directions updates. Also, if you're into Bleach, head over to my Anime Explained channel where the new video breaking down every Bankai in the series is up. In the next video is being worked on, which will break down all of the Stern Ritters. Video should be out in the next couple of weeks. Lastly, with Boruto on break, Patreon exclusive videos will be popping up on YouTube, like the Obito and Kakashi and Kaguya video essay, as well as the Hagoromo and Hashirama and Iwabe videos and other lore-based content. If you're seeing this video on Wednesday, then one of those videos will be dropping this weekend. So get that popcorn ready because it's either the Kakashi video or it's the Obito video. Proud of both of those. And if you're an OG follower from the KRYPTONIAN SAIYAN days, you're really going to appreciate the way we had tackled these topics on those videos. So ever since Boruto opened up with that flash forward sequence, one question has hung over the series: why? That's a loaded question. Not why Boruto and Kawaki are fighting, not why has Naruto disappeared. It was why was the village destroyed and why is Kawaki fighting Boruto. And as we got into the story, that evolved in why does someone who clearly loves Naruto end up destroying the village and turning on Boruto and Naruto? We've gotten part of that answer. Kawaki's obsession with Naruto led to the initial turn. It wasn't an Otsutsuki invasion. Instead, it was Kawaki taking a set of crazy pills that even the Uchiha wouldn't dare think to take. However, it does make sense. Love makes people do crazy things. Things that don't always make the most logical sense. So, what form of love would potentially lead Kawaki towards something like this? And what did the last chapter feel like a seed that was being planted? Well, when you look at Kawaki's words, the age of shinobi being over, and then you think about Momoshiki hijacking Boruto's body, I kind of feel like those things go hand in hand. Kawaki says everything he does is for the benefit of Naruto. That doesn't mean just destroying Otsutsuki or Otsutsuki adjacent threat levels, because without Kurama, Kawaki has lost faith in Naruto to protect himself. Kawaki wants threats eliminated, and the problem with dealing with absolutes is that there will always be a new threat. Yesterday, it was seal away Naruto to stop him from getting in your way of killing Boruto, and then you unseal him once you kill Code and destroy the Ten Tails. Then it became, I need to destroy those Shinju, and then destroy Jura, then destroy Code, then destroy Boruto, and then I can unseal Naruto. And it became, well, if Akibi becomes Otsutsuki, I gotta destroy her too. The list keeps changing. More names keep getting added. Tomorrow, another threat may emerge, and not all threats are physical. Like, for instance, in the last chapter, we saw Kobu prove how fragile the Hokage position is. The power dynamic, even as far back as Naruto's manga, is always made clear. The Hokage might be the physically strongest in the village, but they don't have all the power. The elders serve as a balance, and the feudal lord has the ultimate say-so, which by extension makes the chancellor of the feudal lord, when he's in the village, the top guy, because anything he says is to be treated like a command of the feudal lord. Kawaki knows the Hokage position is Naruto's dream. Naruto gave him that speech in Boruto Part 1. About what it means to be Hokage and why he considers himself a failure. Someone like Kawaki can't ever feel safe in the village. As Hokage, as long as there remains a ninja village, there's always the possibility of shinobi fighting. Unless something major changes, Naruto in Kawaki's eyes will never be safe. Battling Boruto may change that whole dynamic by force. The whole reason why Kawaki took advantage of omnipotence when he realized what happened was to frame Boruto so it'd be easier for people to hunt him down and try to kill him. Boruto's been regaining allies. Kawaki sees it just as clear as all you guys see it. When you add in the possibility of Amado seeing Kashin Koji's visions, it makes Kawaki's actions look a little bit different. Boruto asked Kawaki, was this the only possible outcome? But now that seems less like a question, more like Boruto knew from Kashin Koji this moment was coming, and Kawaki went full crazy prior to this. It comes down to what does Kashin Koji and Amado see with Ten Directions, and how different are their interpretations. Amado is willing to break the future to fix everything else and fix the problems he made later on if it comes down to. If it means getting his daughter back, he will do it. That can't happen unless Kawaki kills Boruto. If Amado sees something that gives an argument for going full on nuke the village, Kawaki would do it, especially if it meant having a chance to destroy Boruto, and Kawaki's added incentive comes with Momoshiki hijacking Boruto's body in one of those other timelines. The power of 10 Directions is a game changer, and it makes you view everything we previously thought we knew from a different scope, even when we don't have all the pieces. The way the chapter transition and position Amado implies that he's getting those updates from Kashin Koji without ever knowing it. Think of the danger there. Watching countless timelines, seeing updates at a faster rate. Every decision makes the future change, and it causes a new branch. Amado isn't just another observer. He's the single most manipulative character introduced in the series since Black Zetsu spent hundreds of chapters planning to make Madara look like a fool. Amado doesn't need centuries because with 10 Directions, he's seeing thousands of timelines. He's got enough information to make informed guesses and work alongside Kawaki because they have mutually aligned interests. They may disagree on methods. They clearly distrust each other, but they still need each other. Amado can't revive Akibi without Kawaki. Kawaki won't go along with it until a future is set up where Naruto's safe from all threats. And Amado already told us in part 1, the reason he turned on Ishiki is because he knew it was pointless to revive a daughter that would be reborn on a dying planet. What good is bringing back your daughter when everything on Earth has been used to harvest a chakra fruit? You're basically going to watch her die all over again. It's kind of cruel when you think about what Ishiki was willing to do. If Amado sees Kashin Koji's 10 Directions visions, then that also means he saw Momoshiki controlling Boruto. He would tell Kawaki about that. Even if he doesn't, the vision makes it clear. Kawaki sees Momoshiki controlling Boruto at some point. That in of itself is enough to give Kawaki more incentive to do everything needed to bring down Boruto. Boruto is an extinction level threat. Kawaki and Amado would want that removed from the table for their own self-interest. He's a danger to Akibi, he's a danger to Naruto. Neither Kawaki or Amado care about political or public opinion. They care about only one person each. For Amado, it's his daughter. For Kawaki, it's Naruto. Everyone else comes second. In the case of Kawaki, everything else might come third because he's going to make it a priority saving the instant vending machines inside of Konoha that dispense Ichiraku ramen instant ramen noodles because Naruto might be hungry when he gets unsealed. Meaning whatever else needs to be sacrificed, it can and will be considered an option. That's exactly why this latest development with Momoshiki hijacking Boruto and Amado potentially seeing those visions feels so significant, because if Kawaki now believes Momoshiki controlling Boruto is inevitable, depending on when that vision of Momoshiki controlling Boruto takes place, the calculation changes completely. And once that calculation changes, the village itself may become expendable to Kawaki. Villages can be rebuilt, especially when you look at someone like Kobu trampling on the very soul of the village that Kawaki knows Naruto cares for. Kawaki isn't irrational so much as he's coldly logical, and once he settles on a path, he doesn't stop until he gets the objective complete, regardless of how extreme it may prove to be. If destroying the village in an attempt to take down Boruto, controlled by Momoshiki, happens, and if by extension he can nuke Kobu in the process, Kawaki would do it if he viewed Kobu a threat to Naruto's Hokage. And regardless of the fact, a village can be destroyed. If it means Naruto's safe, if it means giving Boruto more heat where more people hunt him down, which seems impossible, but Boruto's regained allies, Kawaki would do it. Deep down, it's a tragedy. Kawaki still views Boruto like a brother, And that's why he alone has to carry the burden of killing Boruto, because Naruto has already proven he can't do it. Kawaki saw it firsthand when Momoshiki took over. It's almost poetic. He saved Naruto the burden of being killed by his own son, or being forced to kill his own son. For someone like Kawaki, that might lead to a closer look at the Hokage position in the village system, where we've had more than one Kage say that the village comes before family, and one Hokage outright said they will kill their own child if it means protecting the village. Brotherhood bonds with Boruto only go so far when that brother is an extinction level threat. Someone like Amado, and by proxy Kawaki, getting those Ten Directions updates is dangerous, because whatever Amado sees, he will likely tell Kawaki. Those are probabilities they're seeing. Kawaki has said repeatedly, if Momoshiki hijacks Boruto, he's stopping at nothing to kill him. Kawaki being told that, or seeing it firsthand, he's not going to do what Kashin Koji does, looking for alternate ways to avoid that future. He's going to see it and call it open season on Boruto, because if Momoshiki can hijack in one timeline, the threat of him doing it in another is still there. You're just delaying the inevitable from the perspective of someone like Kawaki. It's tragic in that Kawaki wants to protect Naruto and won't hesitate to nuke the village if it means he can kill Boruto, but in trying to protect Naruto, he's showing fundamentally at his core he doesn't understand who Naruto is. He loves the idea of Naruto more than Naruto the person when you think about it. That's not saying he does not care for Naruto, but it is a clear difference. True love for Naruto wouldn't lead to Kawaki going down the path he's gone down. Each decision moved Kawaki one step further away from Naruto's ideals while convincing himself that he was honoring Naruto. That's the irony. The more Kawaki tries to protect Naruto, the less he actually resembles him. Now compare that to Boruto. Boruto inherited Naruto's optimism in a much quieter way. He's more practical, he's calmer. He's not screaming at the top of his lungs like his father was. He's willing to make sacrifices for his own happiness, because what makes him happy is to do right by others, even at his own pain. He's struggling with the demon inside of him, just like his father did, all while understanding he can't lose the hope that is inside of him, because when hope goes away, only darkness remains. Even when all things logical says that he will be doomed to fail, he continues to endure, because that's what Naruto told him in Naruto chapter 700, which was never animated. If he's gonna be a shinobi, he must endure. That's why his words, "I'm still a shinobi," hits so hard. Kawaki may have been misled about multiple future timelines, and he may have ended up destroying the village. We don't know. It's trending that direction in my opinion. And yet Boruto is still enduring, because he's the closest one to Naruto in spirit, and at the end of the day, that might be the most important thing out there. Because if you're gonna have the two sons of Naruto fighting, there has to be a contrast, and there's no bigger contrast than one person trying to uphold Naruto's legacy and the other one misunderstanding what it truly means to honor Naruto. Yet both of them, when you look at their arguments, both have a sound case for why it is that they're right. That's what makes this a tragedy. That's what makes this a very appropriate plot twist, that Amado might be seeing things with 10 Directions and using that information, and Kawaki taking that consequentialist mindset going, well, if there's a possibility that Boruto could do this, Boruto has to be put down. It's giving him confirmation bias of something that was already on his mind. I'll be very curious to see what direction Ikimoto takes this. Obviously, if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. Click here on the left, check out this Naruto Explained video, or click here on the right to check out this Bleach video that I was talking to you guys about earlier.